This is the ENGWE L20 bold, chunky, and way more substantial in person than it looks online. The sturdy aluminum frame and the 20x3-inch fat tires give it a planted stance that immediately feels confident. I went in expecting a small, folding e-bike vibe, but once I threw a leg over the step-through frame, it felt like a real, full bike that just happens to fold. I'm about 6 feet tall and had no trouble dialing in the fit. The saddle height adjusts a lot, so riders a bit taller or shorter than me should be able to get comfortable too. Key features that matter to me start with the power system. It runs a 52V13Ah removable battery, feeding a rear hub motor rated 750W continuous and 1125W peak. On paper that sounds punchy, and on the road it actually delivers. From my experience, the torque off the line is strong, and throttle-only riding gets up to 20 mph quickly. With pedal assist, I pushed past 28 mph on flat stretches without feeling like I was wringing it out. That zippy response helps when crossing busy intersections or climbing short, steep hills where you just need the bike to go now. The frame is step-through and easy to mount, and it folds cleanly. The latch system is straightforward. Bars fold down, the frame folds in half, and the pedals flip up so the package gets surprisingly compact. I slid it into the back of my SUV without fuss. At around 60 pounds with the battery in, it's not featherweight, so stairs aren't fun, but for the amount of power and the fat tires, the weight is expected. In my opinion, it's a fair trade for the stability you get when rolling over rough patches. Comfort is better than I anticipated. Up front, there's a suspension fork to soak up hits, and under the saddle there's a suspension seat post. For anyone new to this, a suspension fork is the bouncy front end that takes the edge off potholes, and a suspension seat post lets the saddle move slightly up and down to smooth out vibrations from the rear. This isn't a full suspension frame, but the combo does the job on broken pavement, gravel, and grass. When I charged into bigger bumps at speed, I could get the fork to bottom out with a noticeable clunk. It didn't feel sketchy, just a reminder to back off a little over harsh stuff. The control setup is simple and beginner-friendly. There's a bright color LCD that shows speed, distance, battery, and your pedal assist level. You change assist up or down with plus and minus buttons, and there's a separate headlight/taillight switch. The headlight is fine for being seen, but I'd add a brighter light if you ride dark back roads. The taillight activates under braking, which is a nice visibility boost. For anyone new to e-bikes, pedal assist means the motor helps only when you pedal, and throttle mode means you can ride without pedaling, like a scooter. I switched between both. On days I wanted a workout, I kept the assist low. On lazy rides or when I was late, I used throttle a lot. The brakes are mechanical disc brakes. They stop the bike reliably, but they take more hand effort than hydraulic systems and need periodic cable adjustments as the pads wear and the cables stretch. It's simple maintenance, just something to keep an eye on if you ride in hilly areas or carry cargo. Speaking of cargo, the rear rack is sturdy and handled my backpack and a small grocery haul without drama. There's a front rack too, mounted to the frame. It doesn't turn with the handlebars, which felt odd the first minute, but it doesn't mess with steering and actually keeps a loaded basket more stable. Battery access is easy. You flip up the seat with a small lever, slide the battery out, and charge it indoors. The battery weighs around 10 pounds. Charging from empty took me roughly 5 to 6 hours. Range always depends on how you ride. The claim is up to 68 miles in the lowest pedal assist. I ride fast and use throttle a lot, with stop-and-go city traffic and a few hills. In that style, I got more like 22 to 32 miles. From my experience, that's still plenty for daily commuting, errands, and weekend rides. But if you hammer the throttle all day, you won't see maximum numbers. One area where the bike could be better is gearing. It runs a 48T chainring with a 1428T freewheel. Above about 20 mph, I start ghost pedaling. That's when your legs are spinning but not adding much because the gearing isn't tall enough. The motor keeps you flying, so it's not a performance problem, but if you like to contribute real pedal power at higher speeds, it can feel a bit silly. A wider range cassette or a bigger chainring would help. Also worth noting, The motor has an audible whine when it's working hard. It's not deafening, just present. I stopped noticing it after a day, but if you're chasing a totally quiet ride, that's a compromise here. Handling is stable and confidence-inspiring. The 20X3 tires give great traction on wet grass, packed dirt, and cracked city streets. I didn't baby it over curbs and potholes, and it stayed composed. The geometry feels friendly and predictable, which is exactly what I want on a commuter that doubles as a weekend fun bike. The cable management is tidy, the paint looks clean, and the included metal fenders keep the mess off in light rain. Key features that stand out after real use. Strong 52V punch with quick acceleration, foldable frame that actually feels solid, practical racks, and comfort touches like the suspension seat post. In my opinion, it's perfect for riders who want a compact e-bike that doesn't feel toy-like, commuters who appreciate easy battery removal and simple controls, and anyone who rides mixed surfaces and wants stability without paying premium prices. I'd recommend this for new e-bike riders who want straightforward controls, and a forgiving ride, urban commuters who need power on tap to jump lights and climb short hills, and casual weekend explorers who roll from pavement to gravel paths. If you're a speed pedaler who insists on high-cadence workouts at 25 plus mph, the stock gearing may bug you. If you're picky about brake feel, you might wish for hydraulics. And if you carry a bike upstairs every day, be honest with yourself about the weight. None of those are deal breakers for me, but they're worth knowing. From my experience, the value is strong. The L22 checks the right boxes for daily practicality. Real power, decent range for normal rides, simple folding, racks ready for errands, and comfort that makes rough streets tolerable. The small trade-offs, the gearing, the mechanical brakes, and the modest headlight, are manageable and expected at this price. In conclusion, the ENGWE L20 feels like a well-rounded, no-drama folding e-bike that delivers on the basics and brings a little extra punch with the 52V setup. It's not featherweight or whisper quiet, but it's quick, comfortable, and easy to live with. If you want a reliable commuter that can also handle park paths and light trails, this is a solid pick. I will leave detailed information about the ENGWE L20 in the comments for your reference. Thank you for watching.